Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of TAMCO Product Premiere. My name's Anthony Moorhead, the Sales Director here at TAMCO, and once again I'm joined by my friend Kyler, the MCG Product Manager, and today we've got a great show in store. So Kyler, in the last couple of videos we talked about contactors and motor starters. What are we going to talk about today?
So today we're actually going to go over our Nema control station offering here within MCG.
Okay, and so if you don't mind me asking, what is a control station?
So a control station, right, so like we talked about last time with the contactors and motor starters, what a control station basically does is it allows the operator or end user the possibility to remotely either deliver power to or shut off power to equipment or the motor that they're powering up.
So Kyler, you mentioned that the control stations are Nema rated. How do they get this Nema rating?
So our control stations here within MCG are Nema 4 or Nema 4X rated, right? And Nema 4 basically says that this enclosure can withstand any weather condition, right? So that's rain, snow, all of that good stuff, right? But then Nema 4X actually says that that enclosure is also corrosion resistant. So these are often used in industrial settings where chemicals may be hitting them, they might have water hitting them, and basically what we're saying is by this Nema 4 or 4X rating, these enclosures will withstand those environments.
Okay, so if the control stations are Nema rated, what about those buttons? Can they withstand the element?
Great question, and I'm glad you asked. So all of our push buttons, selector switches, or pilot lights here in MCG are IP66 rated, and IP66 basically says that these push buttons, again, can withstand the elements, right? So weather resistant and everything that follows with that type of specification. So this unit as a whole, right, push button included, and the enclosures are basically going to be able to withstand whatever environment that you put them in.
And now, Kyler, can you talk me through a part code?
Of course, of course. So just like the contactors and the motor starters, right, we have a matrix within MCG that basically allows us to quickly build a part number. And we designed it this way not only for us, right, but for the customer. So let's just run through a few simple questions as always, and we'll get you a part number as a result.
Sounds good.
Awesome, well, let's do it. So the first question I got to ask you, does this enclosure need to be corrosion resistant or no?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 4X, please.
A 4X? All right, great. And lastly, what enclosure material do you need? Do you prefer that to be metal?
I'm going to go poly.
Poly? All right, awesome. And one more thing, what controls do you actually want on the control station?
Can I go for a start-stop combination?
Sure, sure. So your part number, following the questions that I just asked you, right, would be N4XP, right? That X being Nema 4X, poly enclosure, dash SS for start-stop.
Kyler, as we've made these different videos for the MCG product range, really one thing that struck me is just how simple it is to use the MCG order matrix.
Exactly, Anthony, and that's what we're trying to do here in MCG with our updated literature, like our catalog, is really break out an easy part number matrix that the customer can walk through with the end user or whoever to quickly find an MCG part number.
So Kyler, what if I want a control station but it's not on the website?
Not a problem, Anthony. Here within MCG, we have the availability with our UL 508A listing to basically take specific requests and turn them into a finished delivered product. Now, how we would handle that, right, is we would either speak to you or your customer to try to figure out what it is you're trying to do, right? We've had customers in the past need basically a run light panel for something like a paint booth to where they want to see which sectors or sections of that paint booth are on, right? And what we would do is we would basically build an enclosure with multiple pilot lights, selector switches, really whatever the customer is looking for, and deliver that as a plug-and-play unit ready for install. So along with being able to basically build something that is not on the shelf yet, within MCG we also offer all of the push buttons on the control stations you see here, right? So that might include e-stop buttons, pilot lights, selector switches, and really all the above. And we do that, right, for those instances where the customer comes to you and he says, hey, I have this panel, it's been up here for a few years, I really don't want to yank the panel off the wall and install a new one, I just need some new buttons. You know, we definitely have you covered in MCG with a full range of push buttons, selector switches, and pilot lights.
And so one more time, how do we get in contact with you?
You get in contact with us at info@mcg-usa.com.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. Thank you for stopping by again. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Feel free to leave us any comments, and we'll see you next time on TAMCO Product Premiere.